Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about money. um so my name is Tatenda. Most people know me as Tata, and this is my channel Tata Living, where I showcase just how we're settling as new immigrants in Canada, our lifestyle, my little family, and my travels. So if you're new here, kindly like, subscribe, put on the notifications, and let's grow together. If you're a recurring subscriber, I have no words. I'm like, just comment in the comments that I'm a recurring subscriber, and I'll do a shout out, because I am so much in awe of the people who come back and watch my little videos. So let's get into it. Just before I started this video, my daughter woke up, and now she's just watching me do this. So if you see me watching down there, I'm just watching her as she watches me. I guess we're just hanging out while I try to do these videos, because I try to do them when she's asleep, but she doesn't want to sleep these days. She's going through a sleep regression or something. But all right, so today's topic is about money. Let's talk about money, baby. Let's talk about spending it. Those are not the lyrics, but yeah. So I know back home we do not have this thing of talking about money, how much we're making, how much we're spending, etc. It's a taboo. So one of the many culture shocks that I got when I arrived here was how easy it was for people to ask me how much we have, how much we're earning, how much, like, it's a casual thing. Like, no, nobody should know how much I'm earning. I mean, that's the kind of culture we have back home. I don't want to say as Africans, or I'm just going to say back home. So having this whole transparency thing about money has been quite a culture shock. And then the other day, a friend of mine said, I'm watching your videos, but I need you to tell me, because she's planning to move here. Shout out to Tatenda. And she's like, we need you to get into the details of like how much things are costing, because that's the biggest factor when somebody is trying to move. So I've done that video where I talk about the cost of the process to come here. So today I'm going to talk about the cost of settling down. And the format that I'm going to use, I've got my iPad here, and so I'm going to, because I have mommy brain now, so I'm going to use my iPad and just go through what we spent the first month we were here, and if proof of funds is really necessary, because they make us, when you come in here, they tell us to have some kind of minimum amount of proof of funds so that we can be able to settle as families. So is that really necessary, or is it something that they just... Yeah, that's my baby. She's going to be squealing in the background. Say hi, Naria. Say hi, YouTube. Say hi, YouTube family. Say hi, mama. So yeah, she's gonna be like our background support system today. Kindly bear with me, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start break down. These are broken down with what we have used, so for in chronological order. So our first spending since we got here, we moved here on the 25th of August. So I'm gonna just talk about our first month spending, because that's when things are heated. You're literally settling down. Most of the things that you need to get, you're gonna get them in the first and second month. I didn't want to include the second month. I just thought it's gonna prolong things, so I just decided, let me just do the first month of settling down and how much you can think about spending then. Now, just a disclaimer, this is what we spent as a family of 3. That's me, my husband, and my little one. So of course it's gonna differ if you're coming as a single person, if you're coming as a bigger family, if you're coming, things are gonna differ, right? You're going to find that maybe this is less than you think you're going to spend. That's also okay. Or this is more than you're going to spend. That's also okay. But this is what we've spent. It could be more, it could be less, when you think about it. But we're not really complaining, and so this is just a disclaimer. We've already spent the money, so be kind in the comments. Don't be like, oh my gosh, that's too expensive. Why did you do that? That's what we needed for our family. And you could say, oh my god, that's so cheap. Why are you guys cheapskates? Well, okay, so now that the disclaimers are done with, we are going to talk about our first spending when we got here. So our first spending was, of course, the Airbnb that we got for the month before we got our house. Yes, mama. That's her cheering me on, like, you're doing good, mama, you're doing good. So our first spending, I guess, was Airbnb. Our first spending was Airbnb, and Airbnb for 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom in downtown, it cost us $2,188. I'm gonna put the whole thing, like, yeah, I'm gonna list everything down at the end so that we can calculate it together. Disclaimer, I haven't calculated it yet because I thought I was gonna, like, I don't want, like, I would cry if we have spent so much, but we've already spent it. And some of these amounts are in US dollars, some of them are in Canadian dollars. I don't know if I should just put them all in Canadian dollars or all in US dollars. Honestly, I'm still in the phase where I'm like, my girl math right now is like, okay, if something is very expensive in CAD, and then I'm like, oh, anyway, it's cheaper in US dollars. So I'm still in the US dollars mentality. So yeah, that's okay. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna do like in both currencies how much it is. So this 2,188 we spent was actually in dollars because we used the US dollar card to pay for this. The reason why we took the Airbnb for a month, for a full month, is that we are a young family and we have a baby. So we didn't want a situation where we'd book an Airbnb for 2 weeks in this housing crisis, and then if we didn't find a home just in those 2 weeks, what would happen? Yes, mama. Very enthusiastic. These points are hitting the spot, yes? Yes. So we didn't want that kind of situation where it will be, oh my, somebody is so enthusiastic. It will be where the kind of situation where it will be us being unhoused because we didn't plan very well. So we decided we needed a full month to do this, and since we're getting to a new place, we couldn't risk it. We wanted somewhere in downtown because we didn't have a car, and we wanted somewhere where it's centralized. So if we're moving from downtown to go and look for food, to go and look for, you know, places where we needed to go, we needed to make sure that we were in the heart of the city so that things can, you know, move for us. So that's why it was a bit on the higher side. So yeah, I would say it was worth it. We liked the place. It was right there in the city. We could walk around and get our stuff done quickly. So that was our first spend, like major spend. Yes. Our second major spend was DoorDash. So DoorDash, Instacart. So with this one, okay, we didn't have a car, right? And we have a baby. And so navigating the whole going into to the grocery store. Okay, to be honest, let me let me put a disclaimer on this one. To be honest, I felt really overwhelmed when the first day, like after we arrived, the next day I went to get a stroller at Walmart while my husband remained with the baby, because we did not have a stroller or a car seat. We couldn't bring her with us, so we needed to buy that combo so that we can, you know, start moving with her. Here it's not allowed to move with a baby without a car seat. So when I went to Walmart by myself, I was so overwhelmed by the number of things that were in that shop, by how much big it is, by how many products and brands to choose from. It was just overwhelming. I spent 3 hours moving around that shop, and I was so like, my whole shopping list was defeated. So I said, you know what, this is overwhelming. I can't do it. Also, because we have a baby, we do not have the luxury to just up and go. We didn't have a car, so I decided to sign up on DoorDash and Instacart, where I just go there, type in what I need, and have somebody drop our groceries and stuff. It has worked for us so far. Even now that we have a car, spoiler alert, it's still convenient, you know. Sometimes you're in bed and you just want to, you know, get your groceries delivered without you leaving your bed. So the amount that I'm going to say we've spent on DoorDash and Instacart covers groceries. It covers some household items. So we moved on the 21st of October, I think, to here. So this still includes that. We had to buy like plates, cups and stuff. So some of those things that we needed to buy for the house, they are included in this cost. So our DoorDash, Instacart, even eating outside. Like, to be honest, we are people who like to order food. We don't get time to cook sometimes, and having that kind of schedule of getting into things. We have a baby whom we're using as a scapegoat on this one, but sometimes you just want to wake up, have Starbucks, have some Indian food, have some Filipino food, and so we put those on DoorDash. So groceries, household items, and food that we ordered on DoorDash and Instacart, they came to 1,272 in US dollars, because we were still using the US card. Our next cost, Uber and Lyft. Okay, so with Uber and Lyft, there were so many things happening. There were so many things happening. We would move to go and see the houses. Okay, we saw one house, but then we went to we ran so many errands, right, guys? We ran so many errands. Like, when you're starting, you have to go to the registry to get your healthcare card. You have to go to Service Canada to get your SIN. You have to walk around. We had to move around to see the house, and also we're looking for a car. So all those costs, they add up. Somebody was telling me, like, I think if we add the amount that we've used on like Lyft and Uber, it could reach like you could have bought a car with all that money. That's how they, like, people were joking that, you know, if you continue using Lyft or Uber, in 2 months, 3 months time, you would have bought your own car by then using that money. So yeah, again, the transport system here in Calgary is not the best. Buses, the city train, I've seen better. I'm quite a well-traveled girl, and I've seen better. This place, the public transportation system is just bollocks. So you definitely need a car, especially as a young family with a baby. Woo! Now let's play a drinking game. Take a shot whenever I say it's because of the baby. That's the drinking game of the day, because honestly, I think that's our scapegoat. So anyway, for Uber, Lyft, we used $510 US that month. Yeah, that's a lot. And then our next expenditure is Amazon. Okay, I will say that I love the convenience of Amazon. You love Amazon too, right? You love Amazon too, right? Yes, we love Amazon. That whole convenience of just, late night shopping, you're there nursing your baby. Take a shot. I said baby. You're there nursing a baby and it's midnight and you're scrolling on your phone and you're scrolling and just putting things on your cart, and then next day delivery. I think that accessibility makes you go a little, soft with the. But I'm going to say that most things that we got on Amazon were things we needed, because we needed to furnish our house. We needed to buy some things that we didn't have. We left a bunch of our stuff at home. So we needed a little some. We've ordered quite a number of things on Amazon. And in that first month, we spent $1,688 on Amazon. Okay. And then I said before that I think I'm going to go with rent now. So with rent, we saw the one place, we liked it, we decided to go with it. Should we have negotiated a better deal? Maybe. But then we have a baby. And we didn't want to move around looking for houses longer than it should take. And Calgary is going through a housing crisis again. You can drink to that. So our rent is, drum roll please. As an African woman, this is making my heart palpitate, because we don't talk about our finances, what we're paying. What I always joke, that like people who come into someone's house and they start looking, like instead of just saying it's a nice place, they're like, how much are you paying here? That's when you know that your house is busting. So this is me breaking a very generational norm, an African norm of not talking about our finances. So now I'm going to talk about our rent. Okay, all right. So we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. In the video before this one, or 2 videos before this one, I did a house tour, so you can definitely go back and check if it's worth it. And in that 2-bed, and we have a den. Like this one is a den. This that I use is my home office currently. And our gym. No, the gym stuff is combined with both me and my husband. So it's also our gym, home office and stuff. So we can't say it's a 3-bed. It's a 2-bed and den. 2-bed, 2-bath and den. And we pay 2,050 Canadian dollars. Now this one is in Canadian dollars. Gosh, the amounts are in US dollars, Canadian dollars. I'm gonna calculate and make a total of how much it is in US and how much it is in Canadian dollars. Like convert all the things until they make sense. Yeah. So in the first month we had to pay our rent and our deposit as well. They asked for 1 month deposit, so we paid 4,100 Canadian dollars in rent and deposit. Our next cost was furniture. So with furniture, the people who are moving out of here, they also needed to get rid of some of their furnitures, and we ended up buying their beds, 2 beds, their L-shaped sofa, their TV, their nightstands, I think, and their lamp. They have a really fancy lamp, and what is that thing called? the one in the middle, like a coffee table, but they have a very fancy name for them here. It's not coffee table, it's like a, damn, I'm forgetting the name. If I remember the name, I will like put it on the screen somewhere. They had that. Hey mama, you okay? You alright? You alright over there? Are you doing okay? You're smiling, so you're right. Yeah, so that's the coffee table would call it, yeah, but it's like a leather thingy. And so they sold all that to us for $1,000. Sorry, 1,000 Canadian dollars. Yeah, this currencies are bamboozling me, but it will make sense in the end. I promise you that. I promise you. So yeah, so 1,000 Canadian dollars for the furniture. And then also part of the Amazon order was additional furniture like a dining table, crib for the baby. What else did we have to add? We had to add like the office and chair setup. So yeah. Then another thing that we bought in the first month was a car. Did I already mention the car part? I feel like my brain is doing all kinds of things. But yes, because we have a baby, drink, and because the transport system here in Calgary is really bad. I mean, really, really bad. We needed to buy a car. So we bought a car. We did a bit of research, yeah. With the car, what we did was we went to a dealership first, and at the dealership they told us that we would get latest models of cars around 2018, 2019, 2020, and then we will pay for the next 6 to 7 years. And the advantage with that is if something was wrong with the car, we would always bring it back and complain, because these are well-established places. We considered it, but then we also thought, we're new here, we don't know what kind of car we need. At this point, we don't want to be stuck in a debt with a car that we might find out we don't need the car in the next 5-6 years. For now, we don't need a fancy car or a new car. We just need something to take us from point A to point B, what we would call in Zim skoro skoro. I just need a skoro skoro to take us, yeah, that's what we needed. So then we decided to start checking on Kijiji and Facebook Marketplace. We did go visit a number of people who were selling, and what we will do is, after we agreed, like we went and saw the car and we liked it, then we'll take it to Canada Tire to get like a full body scan of the car. Like it will get assessed to say, okay, what is wrong with it, what needs to be changed, what's like things that are like, is it like a good car, is it still roadworthy and stuff like that. And I think also you get an assessment of whether this car has had accidents before and stuff. You don't want that kind of car, so we did that with like 2 cars, and they would come up like, oh my gosh, this they're like, damn. And it was starting to be expensive, like, because I did not put that here. That is one of the costs that I did not put here. Yeah, maybe I should do a miscellaneous tab where it's just that, like, things that we're not accounted for in this thing, but I'm sure we spent. So we had to do that assessment, and I think an assessment for one car is like $200, 200 Canadian. So we did that with 2 cars, and they both came like crazy, and we're almost we're like, Are you agreeing with what I'm saying? It seems like these points are hitting home. Yes, mama. So that's what we spent, 200 by 2 of on the faulty cars. And then, okay. And then finally, when we were almost like, I think we should go back and deal with the dealership, because at least you know you're guaranteed to know their cars work, and if they don't work, you just come and you just take it back to them and stuff. Then we found this one on Facebook Marketplace. The person was selling it, said that the car has been sitting, I think it was his brother's car, and the brother was not in the city anymore, so they've not been using it, and the brother decided to sell it. And when my husband went to see the car, he liked it and sent me pictures, and we decided maybe it's a good car to go with. But again, we had to take it to Canada Tire. It passed the assessment, and we bought that car. So that car we bought was $4,800 Canadian dollars. Yeah. So that's, yeah, it's a 7-seater Dodge. It's a Dodge Caravan, I think. And it's very special. It's very nice. People usually joke, like whenever they see us in the car, they're like, "Oh, we see you're like looking to expand your family," because of course it's a 7-seater. You guys are not just going to fill that with one kid. So people are expecting us to have 4 kids because we have a 7-seater. It's not going to happen. But it's a good car. It's steady. It takes us from place to place. It had new winter tires, so we don't have to buy new tires for the winter. Maybe when summer comes, we'll have to buy new summer tires, but for now, there was no extra cost on the car. So it was good. That's what we're using. I think we've been using it for what, another month now? A month now. So far, so good. It takes us from point A to point B. Does not complain. It's a very nice and sturdy car. Now, on to other expenses that we had for the first month. So we had to pay for our Wi-Fi and TV when we moved to this place. So we use TELUS, and TELUS charges us $100 for the TV box, where we get other channels like news channels and stuff, and for the Wi-Fi. So we pay $100 for that, 100 Canadian dollars. And then for our phone bill, we pay $80. So the phone bill is like the calls, the texts, the mobile data. So we pay $40 each with Fido, and so that comes up to $80 for the both of us. And then we also have insurance that we pay. So we pay, we use TD, and with TD we get car insurance and house insurance, and both car and house insurance they're charging us $453 currently. To be honest, we think they're charging us a lot in terms of car insurance. That's the bulk of it, because we do not have our Canadian driver's licenses yet, because we are driving with our home licenses. You are allowed to drive with your home licenses for the first 3 months. So because we do not have licenses of here, I'm sure that's why they're charging us higher, and we're hoping that once we get our driver's license, we have already we've already failed our written test, our class 7, 2 times. Don't judge us. The signs are different, but we're getting there. So once we're clear with that, once we get our full driver's licenses, then I'm sure the insurance premiums will go down. But yeah, before you move to any house, you need to get a tenant's insurance to make sure that your house is covered in case of any mishaps like water damage, fire and stuff. So just like the day before you get, like, it should cover from the minute that you get in. So since we use the same, so we use the same company, and for both house and car insurance we're paying 453. And then I'm gonna put the miscellaneous, I don't know, like fuel, gas, where they call it gas here, the gas, the going to the Canada Tire, the mechanics, what else, yeah, all that, like miscellaneous stuff that I did not cover in this thingy. I'm gonna put it at 1,000 Canadian dollars. Now I think now is the time for us to do the calculations. You like the word? Calculations? Do you want to do the calculations, Mom? I'm not good at mathematics. I hope you don't get my gene in mathematics, because that would be bad. I had a D in my first sitting, and then I had a U in my second sitting. So mathematics is not my strongest suit ever. But hold on, let me bring my calculator and calculate this. And also attend to my baby. I think she's like upset right now. Neria, you okay, Mama? I'm almost done. Okay, so let me calculate this real quick and come and give you a breakdown. Okay, say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera, Ria. Right, so to conclude our video today, I've done the calculations both in USD and in Canadian dollars. And just to answer the question of whether proof of funds is actually necessary, when they tell us to bring proof of funds. So with Canada, the proof of funds is according to the number of families that you have. For one family member, say you're coming by yourself, you will need proof of funds of $13,757 Canadian dollars, just to settle in settlement funds. So for a family of 3 like us, you need 21,000 Canadian dollars, which is like 16,000, maybe 15,000 US dollars to settle. So those are the settlement funds you need. So we were asking ourselves before, like, coming, like, is this necessary? Like, where do they pull these figures from? And, you know, would you necessarily need it? So some people, they get asked at the airport to show the proof of funds. We did not. No, literally, our immigration officer was the sweetest. He just needed the address for us to send, for them to send permanent resident cards, and that was that. He did not ask to see our bank statements. He did not ask for nothing. So yeah, so drum roll please. Let's see how much we've spent so far of our settlement funds. And yeah, so in US dollars, the total, I'm sure those math gurus have already done the total, but for the slow ones like myself, we needed to pull a calculator, and the help of this little one, she helped me calculate. So our total in Canadian dollars is 19,221, which we used in the first month, guys. So it's $2,000 short of the settlement funds that we would need. So we're already in the red zone. And that's in US dollars, $13,000, which is also short 2,000 of the settlement funds conversion of US dollars. So proof of funds is quite necessary, guys. Of course, your spending with your family is going to be different from our spending in our little family. So yeah, but yeah, you kind of need the money. You kind of need the settlement funds. Anyway, I think we need to sign out now. We do, right? We do. So from me and Naria here, we would like to say thank you for watching our vlog. Kindly subscribe because diapers are expensive and we need to get monetized really like soon, like as soon as possible. So kindly subscribe, like, share, engage with my videos just so I can feel appreciated and just so I can continue, you know, bringing the wow, my English bundles are over. The English bundles are gone. Bye. Say bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTubers. Bye, YouTube subscribers. Say subscribe to my mom's channel. Tell them, they'll listen to you. Alright, see you guys. Love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.